Hey guys, I'm Racing Joey Side, and I have a track guide for you guys today. And we're at the challenging, but not that big of a road course at Sonoma. You know, just under 2 miles. So, not that many turns, but still really challenging. Those brakes are going to be getting a workout. But anyways, I'm going to do this a little bit different. For the fact is, I'm going to pretty much just comment to you over a live lap from the replay view. Basically, just telling you the gears. I mean, I'm not going to really explain everything until I get to the more detailed explanation in the cockpit view after this replay. So I'm just going to start this replay and we'll go from there. So anyways, we're going to be making our way to turn 1. I'm in second gear at this point here. I was in third. Still in second all through this little section. You want to make sure to get that car turning. Use the throttle. And about halfway through this little section, the car will want to get loose, but you can handle it. So here, still in second gear. I'm actually in second all the way up until this tight hairpin that's coming up after these corners. You want to use a little bit of that rumble strip. Well, everyone does anyway. Tons of brake here down to first gear, as you can see there by that little whatever I'm doing down there. Now here I'm about to second right in the middle of those two turns. Or these two curbs, I should say. Still in second. Then do about third right here. Here the car's gonna want to step out again on the rear. Again, this is all with the fixed setup. Still in third gear. Red line, lining it there. Should be about 100 miles an hour through here, but I kind of messed up. Stay in third gear. Down to second. Down to first. And you want to be careful coming on the throttle here, because it wants to really step out. I redline the first, second, third, and you hear it hitting the limiter here. No, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that all race long, but... Alright, so let's just go ahead and get to the more detailed... Well, right now we're back to our more detailed explanation. Let's go to... We're going down into turn 1. Well, I'm considering this section up until this right-hander, turn 1. So, going into this first turn, you're going to want to start letting up on the throttle right about at the apex of this wall. So you see I'm starting to let up there. Use some brake to get it to set, and it set too much, so I had to use throttle to stabilize it. And right about here, I'm going to second gear, and I start aiming for this little non-track portion here, right where it ends. You want to be as straight as you can. Come into about half a car length of this curb and you're on the brake, so you want it to be as straight as you can be while braking, as this car does not like trail braking at all. And here I'm letting it roll to get a turn, and about center of the corner I start, a little bit after the center of the corner, I start picking up the throttle to get the thing to turn. Now, most cases you can just step on it right here, as you can see on the bottom here. And it gets real wiggly right about here. So you want to play with that throttle, make sure you don't kill yourself. Now coming into this left-hander, remember I'm still in second gear all through this section. So right about here where the hill starts to, well, right where this crest starts to unfold here, where you're kind of dipping down, that's where I'm on the brakes. Pretty hard to get the car to set and turn. And again, I'll let it roll pretty much right at the start of this curbing. Use some throttle right about here. Start getting the car to get ready for the next corner here, which is right-hander, still second gear. You can use the throttle now to start getting the car to turn. Now you got to be careful getting right on the throttle. You want the car to be as straight as it can, because you can pretty much stomp on it here if you know what you're doing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the fastest. Still in second gear. You're getting that run down this hill. Now coming to this corner, I start braking right in the middle of those three orange cones here on the right. There's 1, 2, and 3. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Now you're saying, oh, Sim Racing Chewy side. Yeah, that looks like the last orange cone. Well, go from a different point of view and you'll see it's pretty much in the middle here. Maybe a little bit before it, in between this one, but from my point of view, I'm going with that second cone where I pretty much really get on the brakes, because you can pretty late. And we're going into this right-hander, still second gear. Here, tons of brake until I get the car to turn, then let off. Now, the curb you can hit if you want. If not, oh well. This one, you pretty much want to hit, because that's pretty much the fastest way to get as close as you want to this wall. Keeping as much speed as you can. You don't want this to happen, because, well, you don't want to soil yourself every lap of the race. Now, for this corner, I'm still in second gear, right? Going up until here, and I start braking right when the wall changes color. Maybe a little bit after it. And right about the end of the wall, I'm going to first gear here. Tons of brake still, tons of brake, tons of brake. Tons of brake until I get the car to turn, let it roll through this little hairpin, I guess. I'm calling it hairpin 1. I forgot what turn it is. Now from here is when we'll set you up all the way from here, all the way to the last corner. So you gotta make sure to get this section right. Now I'm still in first gear here, and I start picking up the throttle right around here anyway. Slowly picking up the throttle. And you can see I never get fully on it because the rear wheels just want to spin in first gear. And you see this curbing and this curbing. Right in between here, I'm going to second. Right there, you see me let off the throttle, it's shifting to second. I don't use the clutch unless I have to. In hairpin turns, most likely. Now, for this section, you kind of don't want to hit these, but I did. Because, well, I tried to miss it and I hit it, but it'll just really upset the car. But you got to make sure to set yourself up for this turn. So I use brake right after I land. Let it roll all through here. Start picking up the throttle, and once, probably a car like before this rumble strip, I'm going to third. Right there, I'm in third gear. Again, you want to make sure you're just following the apexes like you would expect to. Cars don't want to really step out once you get down this crest again, so you'll see a car get loose. I'm turning to the left, car got loose on me. You're setting yourself up all the way to the hairpin from here, so third gear all the way from here to the last corner. So we'll set that up. Kind of got loose on me there. And here, I start braking midways of this rumble strip. Tons of brake to get the car set, and kind of want to arc it out more to get a better launch down the thing, but I just had to work. Start picking up the throttle again, pretty much, I don't know, a little earlier than usual. That'll get the car to want to turn. The more throttle you use, still in third gear. I never touch fourth, which you might want to do for races though, so. See, you got loose again, and we're making a run down to this last corner. And pretty much once the car sets completely after this little dip, that's where I'm hard on the brakes. Second gear right there. I was third gear, second, and now I should be going down to first right before the start of the pit road's wall. And here you're using a ton of brake, and again you want to let off the brake and let it roll to get through the center of the corner. And start picking up the throttle, I don't know, a little past halfway to get the car to rotate. And we're gonna still be in first gear here. Tons of first gear. I wait till it gets to the red line, then I shift to second. Third, right at the wall corner. Just saying, to the finish for a 117.1, which is the best I can do. People are getting down to 116s, and hell, I'm pretty sure pros down to 115s, but you know what? For the average racer, I'm pretty sure this will be alright. And again, remember, my guides aren't for pro level laps, they're just for how to let people know how to get around a certain track. Now, I'm not the best road racer, but I like doing these tracks, so I'm running my 4th of July paint scheme there, so I don't have to change it for Daytona, but that's the next track guide. Daytona, there's not much to it, but I'm not going to do it the traditional way of me doing single car runs. I'm going to be in a pack and talking about draft and all that crap, so wait for Daytona for the Coke Zero 400, Pepsi 400, whatever the hell they're calling it now. But anyways, this has been Sim Racing Chewy Side, and yeah, see you on the track.